Welcome to the Purple Elephant Show. I am your host, KC Phoenix. It is officially the weekend, so we are here. And as you can see, I shaved and cut my hair and stuff because I let it grow out during the weekend, then I cut it on the weekend. So here I am. All right, before I go any further, thepurpleelephantshow.com, main podcasting platform. The Purple Elephant Show on Parler, on Instagram, Facebook.com/The Purple Elephant Show, on Twitter at RealTPES, BitChute, YouTube, Dailymotion. If you are watching this on any of those platforms, then hit the subscribe button. That way you will know when I upload new videos. But some people are more comfortable just listening to the podcast. And as I say all the time on this channel that I do and on my other channel, which is a non-political channel, listeners or watchers, I love all of you the same. just like a parent says, I love all my children the same, even though we know that's not true. But in my case, it is. I love all of you the same. Let me go ahead and get into what I'm covering today for the Purple Elephant Show. I'm doing one episode this weekend because, as I mentioned before, during the week, during my morning political thought, I'm working on other stuff behind the scenes, and that is consuming a lot of my time. So I'm doing at least one episode for the Purple Elephant Show, and once I have more bandwidth, I'll go back to doing more episodes on the weekend. But during the interim, I'll still be doing my morning political thought during the week. All right. Let's get into this. So, a federal judge is asking for clarification because back not too long ago, President Trump had tweeted. He said, I fully authorize the total declassification of any and all documents. So, when he tweeted that, in regards to the Russia hoax, when he tweeted that, now people, journalists, and everybody who's interested, they're trying to get access to these documents because the president, on his Twitter account, is his official Twitter account, he said, I declassified this. And that's the other thing too. Before I go more into this, some people don't know this. The president of the United States has the ability, regardless of who the president is, it doesn't matter who it is. The president, the office of the president, has the authority to declassify anything they want. Meaning, if an alien landed here last year and brokered a peace deal and it was secret, and the United States has been in contact with another planet for the past year and working out the peace deal behind the scenes, and they've been going through portals through other worlds because the aliens gave us access to their technology, and we're working out things with them and getting everything set up and whatnot. And the president woke up one day and said, hey, I think I'm going to declassify that. Guess what? He could. It wouldn't matter. Just like I had told you we lost the nuke one time, which that was later declassified. It was classified at the time when we lost the nuke, but it was later declassified on. But let's say that when we first found out we lost the nuke, because I told you it was being transported and it rolled off the boat or ship or whatever it was over the water. If the president of the United States heard the news and was like, you know what? I think the American people should know this. I'm going to declassify this now that we lost this nuke. But sir, that's not in the best interest of the American people or in the best interest of the government. No, I feel that the American people should know, and we're looking for it. We're trying to find it. It's in the water somewhere. We're going to look for it. I'm going to declassify it, even if it's a bad decision. I'm going to declassify it. The president could do that. The president has the authority to declassify anything that he wants. So just like the president has the authority when a seat becomes empty on the Supreme Court per the Constitution, he can fill the seat. Or let me rephrase, not fill the seat. he can make a recommendation to fill the seat, because technically, if you want to get technical, the president cannot fill the seat. The president can only make the recommendation of who he would like to fill the seat, and then the Senate takes the recommendation under consideration, and then they decide if that recommendation passes all the appropriate tests and vetting. But with the tweet that was sent declassifying everything related to the Russia hoax, the federal court judge asked the Trump administration on Friday to figure out if the president really wants to declassify the material about the investigation into Russian involvement in his election. Now, the Department of Justice, the U.S. Department of Justice, was given until noon on Tuesday, October 20th. So October 20th, the Department of Justice has to provide clarity to have either President Trump or someone who has spoken to President Trump to submit a declaration explaining his true intentions. That is what the judge is asking for. Now, news organizations, as I had mentioned before, they had previously sued the president, or should I say the Trump administration, in federal court in Washington, D.C., with the goal of gaining access to the material related to the government's probe into the 2016 election. So now that the president is saying, hey, let's just let it all hang out, because we all know by now it's a hoax. It's anyone who follows the true facts knows it was a hoax. So the district judge, the U.S. district judge on this is Judge Reggie B. Walton. And he's the one who made the request for clarity on the tweet that the president had made. That judge was appointed by George W. Bush, which anything related to the Bushes, I always raise a side eye, because as I said before, we all know that the Bushes still hold influence, and we all know that the Bushes cannot stand President Trump. And it's just strange to me that in some Supreme Court decisions as of late, John Roberts, who was appointed by George W. Bush, seems to be siding against the president. So, I mean, we could call it a coincidence, but I always say once is a coincidence, twice is a pattern. All right, so now Judge Walton also wants to know if the tweet that President Trump sent out includes the 302s. Now, for those of you who do not know what 302s are, 302s are the forms that the FBI fills out, and I mentioned these before, which, by the way, I mentioned the 302s because in the original 302 that was done when General Flynn was being investigated, the original 302, the FBI agent said he didn't believe Flynn was lying in the original 302. And then later on, stuff happened, and then President Obama and former Vice President Biden and James Comey and the crew launched these charges and was like, oh, well, let's do the Logan Act and let's do this and let's do that. And then they entrapped General Flynn. And then, of course, you know what's going on with him right now. He's still stuck in the system. I won't call it a justice system in his case because he hasn't seen justice yet. But for this situation, Judge Walton wants to know if the tweet means the Department of Justice should release the 302 reports, which are the summaries of all of those interviews, to have that included along with everything else. So we will know something by Tuesday. So the DOJ has to let the judge know by Tuesday. I think, what was it, at noon? Yeah, until noon, October 20th, Tuesday. So we should know something by then. Honestly, I'm pretty sure President Trump's going to be like, whatever. And sometimes I feel President Trump just tweets just to get people talking. Whether they release the 302s along with everything else that was declassified or not, I don't think it's going to be that huge of a deal. Regardless, I don't. how can I say this? What's the words I'm looking for here? I won't believe any true movement is happening until John Durham does his thing. And by does his thing, where he says, all right, I have everything. This is what I'm laying out. When that happens, then I'll be like, okay, something seems like it's going to move here. But until that happens, it's whatever. So that's all I have for this episode of the Purple Elephant Show. I just thought it was interesting that the judge is looking for more clarity on the declassification tweet, which it seems like I guess the judge didn't want to interpret the president's words on his own, but I take the tweet as everything related to the Russiagate and the Russia hoax, I'm declassifying it. Everything means everything. So that would be the 302s. That's how I would look at it as. But I guess the judge is like, you know what? Just in case, let me get it in writing to make sure that this is what he wanted to do. And that's where we're at. Thank you again to everyone who's been watching and listening to the show. ThePurpleElephantShow.com, main podcasting platform. The Purple Elephant Show on Parler, on Instagram, Facebook.com/The Purple Elephant Show, on Twitter at RealTPES. And if you're watching this on BitChute, Dailymotion, or YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button followed by the notification bell. That way, you will know when I upload new videos. Thank you again to everyone for your support, for listening, watching, subscribing, liking, following, anything that you've done to support the show. Thank you, all of you. It means more to me than you'll ever know. Until next time, be blessed.